The war in Ukraine is still raging. June 13th, 2026. Watch this footage carefully. A Ukrainian drone operator spots a Russian soldier inside a destroyed building and moves in. The soldier reaches for his weapon and can't get it ready in time. Watch his hands, fumbling. The weapon won't cooperate. The drone keeps closing in. He never fires a single shot. This is what untrained looks like under pressure. A soldier who was sent to the front without the muscle memory to handle his own weapon when it mattered most. 5th Assault Brigade. A fiber-optic FPV drone scans the terrain near Kostiantynivka. The operator spots a soldier walking ahead directly in the drone's path. The soldier doesn't hear it coming. Then the strike. No warning, no sound, just impact. A drone, a soldier, a tree branch. With no weapon or way to escape, the soldier tried to defend himself with the only thing he had. But against the drone, it wasn't enough. A Russian soldier hiding in the grass. And when the drone closes in, he kicks at it. A kick. That was the counter-drone response. It didn't work. Near Perun, Donetsk region, 4 Russian soldiers in armored vehicles. Drone strikes forced them to abandon the vehicles immediately. They find a pit and climb in together, all 4 in the same location, believing the depression in the ground offers protection. 1 drone strike, 4 soldiers in the same pit. None of them made it out. The instinct to group together under fire is human. On this front, it's also fatal. A Russian soldier, and as the drone closes in for the final moment, he reaches out his hand toward it. 1 outstretched hand against an FPV drone. Whatever that gesture meant, surrender, instinct, or something else entirely, it changed nothing. Calmly walking along a road near the front line, the soldier never expected to encounter a drone. When he finally saw it approaching, he was already too late to react. Eastern Front. A Ukrainian fiber-optic FPV drone detected a Russian soldier hiding in the bushes. The soldier thought he was concealed, but the drone had already found him. This footage shows a drone operator scanning open terrain and initially finding nothing. But while maneuvering back, the operator suddenly spots a Russian soldier only a few meters away. The soldier appears unaware of the drone. By the time he notices it approaching, there is no time to react. A group of Russian soldiers approached Ukrainian positions in northern Donetsk, preparing for an assault. The drones found them first. Their vehicles were disabled. Then the soldiers scattered, running in different directions. No plan, no cover, no defense. Unarmed, untrained, uncoordinated. One by one, they became targets. None of them made it back. Months ago, a Ukrainian FPV kamikaze drone brought down a Russian Mi-8 helicopter in flight near Nadivka, Donetsk region. Direct hit. The helicopter went down burning. These are the newly released wreckage images. The first attack, Drone Battalion Predators of the Heights, 59th Separate Assault Drone Brigade, confirming what was left on the ground. An Mi-8 is a multi-role military helicopter used for troop transport, supply runs, and medevac, worth several $1 million. Brought down by a drone. What's left of it tells the full story. This soldier became the drone's target while trying to enter an abandoned house through a window. Before he could get inside, the drone was already closing in. Even camouflage designed to hide soldiers from thermal cameras is proving ineffective on this battlefield. There is nowhere to truly hide. On this front, soldiers are never completely safe. A Russian soldier asleep under a tree, an FPV closing in slowly. He may have heard it. He didn't move. Whether that was a decision or exhaustion, impossible to tell. The drone strikes. He survives, wounded, moving beneath the tree. A second drone was already watching from above. A munition dropped directly down. There was no safe outcome from the moment he was found. This footage shows a Russian flag being carried through the air by a drone toward a tower. A Russian drone operator was attempting to place the flag on the Kupiansk TV tower. The entire operation was tracked by a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone. A Ukrainian drone operator hit the flag with a precise munition, setting the cloth on fire and removing it from the tower. Vovchansk direction. 2 Russian soldiers spotted. Warriors of Light Battalion FPV already closing in. First strike. 1 soldier doesn't make it, the other survives the initial blast. But instead of running, he walks calmly toward the nearest tree and shelters underneath it. Shock. Disorientation. Whatever it was, he didn't move fast enough. The second drone was already on its way. The same pattern. Again. Russian soldiers wandering without direction, without formation, without any counter-drone awareness, moving toward Ukrainian positions they will never reach. This has been happening since the beginning of this war. The faces change, the outcome doesn't. The footage quality isn't perfect, but what it shows is Magyar Birds operator scanning southern Pokrovsk. Fast, methodical, knowing exactly where to look. After years of flying these sectors, experienced operators don't just search, they analyze. They know where soldiers hide, how they move, which patches of grass are worth a second look. Minutes in, a figure in the grass. An older soldier, pressed flat, trying to disappear into the ground. The operator moves immediately. No hesitation. Oleshki, Kherson region. Ukrainian aviation coordinating with the 34th Marine Brigade. An AASM Hammer precision guided bomb on a Russian position. The AASM Hammer is a GPS and infrared guided glide bomb capable of striking targets up to 70 kilometers away with meter-level accuracy. Released from altitude, no risk to the aircraft. Direct hit. The position is gone. Russian drones operate over Donetsk every day. Reconnaissance, artillery correction, strikes on positions and civilian infrastructure. Safari and Dnipro 1 regiments of Brigade Lyut have a plan for them. 59 Russian drones destroyed in a single week. Molnia, Gerbera, Lancet, Scat, Supercam, Zala, Italmas, all brought down. Total estimated value, over $1.27 million. Every drone destroyed here is a reconnaissance mission that fails, an artillery strike that never gets corrected, a position that doesn't get hit. When a single brigade destroys $1.27 million worth of Russian drones in 1 week, is Ukraine winning the drone interception battle as decisively as the ground war? A Russian TOS-1A Sontsepyok, a thermobaric multiple rocket launcher worth several $millions, destroyed by a drone strike in the Vovchansk direction, Ukraine's 57th Motorized Brigade. Surma unit, 1 fiber-optic FPV drone, 3 Russian military vehicles destroyed. Russian forces have been sheltering vehicles inside collapsed buildings and garages, trying to hide them from drone surveillance. The logic makes sense. Walls, roofs, concealment from above. But fiber-optic drones navigate through entrances, through gaps, through whatever opening exists. The shelter becomes the target. 3 vehicles that were supposed to be hidden, gone in a single sortie. 3 Russian units, all training at the same facility. The 40th Marine Brigade that spent over a year assaulting Vuhledar and lost most of its personnel in the process. The 1,461st Regiment, Buryat Territorial Troops. The 1,466th Regiment, new recruits from Primorsky Krai. All 3 training at the Vostochny firing range in Novopetrivka, Zaporizhzhia Oblast. All 3 now preparing to fight on the Huliai-Pol axis. Magyar Birds found them overnight. The training ground struck directly, along with a Tor M2 air defense system, a Zu-23 anti-aircraft gun, a Manpad's crew, and 2 drone unit command posts. 3 units preparing for their next offensive. The offensive just got significantly harder to launch. Perun unit, a BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher spotted as its crew was boarding. The drone strikes before a single rocket is fired. The ammunition inside detonates. The explosion that was supposed to be launched at Ukrainian positions happens right there. Then the sweep continues. 2 more military vehicles struck in the same operation. When a Grad is destroyed, the moment its crew boards, How many Ukrainian positions just didn't get hit today? Armyansk, Crimea. The Crimean Titan plant, the largest titanium production facility in Eastern Europe, struck overnight on June 13th by Ukraine's unmanned systems forces. The plant produces titanium dioxide used for protective and stealth coatings on Russian military equipment, as well as sulfuric acid, a key component in the production of propellants, rocket fuel, and explosives. 23 strikes confirmed. Key workshops damaged, production lines suspended, fires still burning. Russian occupation authorities called it an industrial accident. Local residents said it differently. Every workshop hit, every building burning. Workers evacuated home. June 13th, 2026, day 1570. Here's where things stand. Russian total losses have now crossed 1,381,430 personnel, with 1,310 casualties in the last 24 hours alone. Over the past 30 days, Ukrainian forces have recaptured roughly 95 square miles of territory. Overnight, Ukraine struck the Tamanevtogaz marine terminal in Krasnodar Krai, the Crimean Titan plant in Armyansk, Eastern Europe's largest titanium facility supplying Russia's defense industry, hit by 23 drone strikes. Production suspended. The drone war never stops. Subscribe for daily frontline coverage. No agenda, just the facts. See you in the next one.